Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is FPLElmer. Today, I'm going to be going through my Matchday 8 team selection. But before we get into that, I do thank you all for the continued support on the channel. So make sure if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and also make sure you drop a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. And without wasting any much time, let's get straight into it. So, but before we get into match day 8, we can look at how we performed in match day 7. We managed to score 56 points. It was a very roller coaster of emotions first leg, but we all know where the roller coaster of emotions really starts. That is the second leg of the round of 16. It's going to be very interesting to see how it's all going to plan out. Very tight scores in the first leg. So let's go to the second leg. So for the first leg, we managed to score 56 points. We had Kane in there, 2 points. There's a pointing display from Bayern Munich. As you can see, Kane 2 points, Kimmich 3 points, Upamecano got a red card. So 0 points. It's a pointing display from Bayern. They've been playing very poorly even in the Bundesliga. So it'll be interesting to see what they'll do in the second leg when they're going to be at home against Lazio. Then we had Kevin De Bruyne there with 13 points. Comfortable win from them against Copenhagen. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep a clean sheet, so Ake managed to finish only 3 points. Then we had Brahim Diaz, who was a late signing because we knew he was going to start since Jude Bellingham was out injured. He did not disappoint. He scored a very wonderful goal. So 12 points from him. And then we had Zaire Emery did not play. He played well, but did not get any attacking returns as PSG won very comfortably. Then it was a disappointing display from Arsenal and they lost to Porto. So Saka 4 points and Saliba 3 points for losing the clean sheet. Then we had Kimmich. Also, I think they lost the clean sheet with the Osimhen goal. So 3 points for Cancelo, no attacking returns as well. And then in goal we had Lunin managed to keep a clean sheet, very fortunate clean sheet if you'd ask me, because Leipzig scored a perfectly legitimate goal and it was disallowed. To this day, I don't know why it was disallowed. So 9 points for Looney in there with some save points. Very good display. So that was the team for match day 7, 56 points. Hope that for match day 8 can be able to improve on that, get another green arrow instead of getting the small arrow we got in match day 7. So now let's look at what match day 8 is going to bring in. So now we can look at match day 8 transfer thoughts, transfers I'm thinking of doing. As you can see, the players I'm thinking of transferring out a little bit faded out. So we have Upamecano there. Of course, he's suspended, picked up a red card. So I think it's only right to transfer him out. Then we have Brahim Diaz, who played well in the first leg, but now Bellingham is back, so maybe he's going to go on the bench. And I'm not looking to take that risk of starting him, hoping that Bellingham is going to start. Since now we don't have the early team, I think the early games are going. I think the first games are going to be PSG versus Sociedad and Bayern versus Lazio. So that's the two fixtures are going to know how they're going to line up before the deadline. So this time we're not going to have the Real Madrid news, so there's no need to take the risk. And also I'm going to take out Vinicius Jr. because I just think there are better options up front. He did not play well in the first leg, managed only to score like 2 points. I think there are better options in that forward position that I'd go for. But note this is not the final transfer. I'm going to make other transfers before the deadline. But for now, is what I'm thinking before the deadline. Before the deadline comes. Okay, so now we can go ahead and look at how we're going to be lining up for match day 8. It looks like a pretty good team, so let's go through it. We go start off with the keepers and the defenders. We're going to be having Lunin and Soma in there in goal. Of course, they both play on different days, so one of them manages to perform really well. He does not need to make a transfer, but if one the person who plays first plays poorly, he can just make a sub. So that's the goalkeeping department. Then to the defenders, going to be having Ake against Copenhagen. We know with Man City there might be a rotation since they're comfortably in the lead. But maybe they respect Copenhagen, so there might be some. They must still play the strongest team as they try to pick up momentum in the league as well. Then you have Madsen against PSV. He's just an attacking machine, getting goals and assists in the Bundesliga. So, but in the Champions League, they can be able to emulate that and perform the same. Then we have Saliba against Porto. Maybe they're going to be playing at home this time. They just destroyed Sheffield 6-0. So maybe they're going. That's a sign of they're going to go into this game and hoping to perform really well. So it'll be interesting to see how what's going to happen in the second leg of that fixture. Then we have Cancelo against Napoli. Just hope for some attacking returns as well. And of course, they're going to be wanting to win the game since they're drawing 1-1 at the moment, and they're going to be at home. It's going to be interesting to see how that game plays off as well. Second leg looks exciting, ain't gonna lie, man. But we're going to see how it's going to go. Then you have Mendy, who's going to be coming in for Upamecano, who's suspended as I've mentioned. Real Madrid play really well, look good defensively, especially now with Rudiger back, Chouameni slotting into centre back really well, and Lunin performing really well as well. So there's a lot of clean sheet points in there, so that they can be able to keep a clean sheet, and of that Mendy can be able to get a attacking return as well. So that's the midfielders, that's the defenders and the goalkeepers. So now let's look at the midfielders. So before we look at the midfielders, I usually post shorts over here on YouTube. I post reels on Instagram and I post TikToks on TikTok. So make sure you go check me out on those socials. Make sure you go check out those videos, really good videos. But if you're here on YouTube already, they're going to be exclamation marks on the top right of the screen. So make sure you click them if you want to watch some shots or some of the players I'm watching out for, some captaincy picks, and some differential picks if you're trying to catch up in your mini leagues. And of course, they'll also be tagged at the end of the video, so make sure you go check them out as well. Now let's look at the midfielders. So for the midfielders, we're going to be having Kevin De Bruyne in there. That's the same reason as Ake. I don't know if it's going to be rotation in that fixture. Be interesting to see. But now we're going to have Kevin De Bruyne in there. We're going to have Zaire Emery in there against Sociedad. They're already in control of the game, so I think they can be able to play risk-free, just enjoy the game. I hope that Zaire Emery can be able to perform. Then we have Saka against Porto. Of course, I want Arsenal to crash out of the Champions League, but the game is the game. Hope that Saka can be able to have an attacking return in that fixture, and it's going to be interesting to see how that game is going to go. Then you have Kimmich against Lazio. He's on set pieces, so maybe some assist points to the likes of Harry Kane in there as they try to come back against Lazio. Then you have Savitzer, who's going to be coming in for Brahim Diaz because Jude Bellingham is back. I think Bellingham is going to start over him. So that's why I've gone for Sabitzer in there. He's been playing really well, got an assist in the first leg, and PSV are relatively poor at the moment. So that they can be able to continue that form, and I hope that Sabitzer can be able to get another assist and maybe a cheeky goal as well in that fixture. So that are the midfielders. Now let's look at the forwards. Now we're going to look at the forwards. I think this is almost everybody's forward line, how they're looking like. We're going to be having Harry Kane in there. Hopefully they can be able to bounce back against Lazio. That Kane can be able to perform and score a hat trick in that fixture as they send a message throughout the competition. We're going to having Harry Kane in there. Then we're going to have Haaland in there against Copenhagen. You don't have to have a good first leg, but I hope that's going to be able to perform against Copenhagen. Then finishing off the team is going to be Kylian Mbappe, who's going to be coming in for Vinicius Junior against Real Sociedad. The only probably slight concern I have is the way Mbappe has been treated in the last few games in Ligue 1, being subbed off early. He was subbed off at halftime against Monaco. As the manager said, they're preparing for life without Kylian Mbappe. So that's interesting to see how it's going to happen in that Sociedad fixture. But I hope he's going to play. I hope that he's going to perform. So that's the team for match the 8th, the round of 16, second leg. Let me know in the comments how your teams are looking like and how you're performing, how your ranks are being, and what transfers you're thinking of doing. If you have any questions, my Instagram DMs are always open. So make sure you shoot up your question in there, and I'll be readily available to answer any question you have. And before we finish the video, I apologize for the background noise. I know you're listening to some cars passing by, hooting of cars. I apologize. I'm recording this during the day, and I live in a very noisy street, so I apologize for that. But if you managed to reach this far in the video, make sure you drop a sub and also make sure you drop a like. And with that, I'd like to thank you all guys for watching, and I'll see you all guys later. Bye bye.